Hi everyone, welcome back to a new post today. Today let's look at the most important topics that you need to keep track for this January 1st for the upcoming UPSC Civil Services Examination Prelims 2025. So yes, I will be covering December as well, but I thought it's better we start off with January as we are already in the new year. So Chandrayaan 4 is the first thing that the cabinet approval has been given for Chandrayaan 4, and it is a lunar sample return mission of ISRO, which will be launched in the 2025 coming months, and the mission is currently under conceptualization. It's going to be launched in 2027. So what are the objectives of Chandrayaan 4? The main is to perform a soft and a smooth landing on the lunar surface, to demonstrate lunar sample collection of regolith or soil from there and containerization, the demonstration of ascending from the moon's surface, demonstrating docking and undocking in the lunar orbit. So the recently SpaceX, which was launched by ISRO, did with the experimentation of docking and undocking, which will be helpful in the Chandrayaan 4, to demonstrate transfer of samples from one module to another, and to demonstrate return and re-entry to the Earth for sample delivery. So the mission is going to be launched in two phases on board with the LVM-3 rockets developed by the ISRO, and the spacecraft will have 5 modules packed into 2 composites that will be launched separately using 2 separate LVM-3 launch vehicles. So this is the first topic today. The next is about Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, which was launched in 2016, 8 years ago, being given an extension by the government of India. So it is a one nation, one scheme, replacing 2 schemes of the agricultural insurance scheme in India and the National Agricultural Insurance Scheme, along with the modified National Agriculture Insurance Scheme. It aims to provide comprehensive insurance cover against the failure of crop, thus helping in stabilizing the income of the farmers, and it covers all the food crops and oil seeds, and also annual commercial horticultural crops for which past yield data is available and for which requisite number of crop cutting experiments have been conducted. The scheme is implemented by the empaneled general insurance companies. Selection of the implementation agency is done by the state government through bidding process. And let me tell you that the major aims of the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana is to provide financial support to the farmers suffering crop loss or damage out of unforeseen events, stabilizing the income of the farmers to help them continue farming, encouraging farmers to adopt innovative modern agricultural practices, ensuring flow of credit to the agriculture sector, which will contribute to food security, crop diversification, enhancing growth and competitiveness of the agriculture sector, besides protecting farmers from the production risk. And it will be implemented through a multi-agency framework of selected insurance companies under the overall guidance of the Department of Agriculture, Cooperation, Farmers Welfare, Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, Government of India. And apart from that, as I told you, it covers oil seeds, food crops, and also annual commercial and annual horticulture crops. So 2024 seen many conventions, meetings, COP meetings of conventions. So let's have a quick review of what are the conventions that were that took place and the meetings, and where exactly. Intergovernmental Science Policy Platform on Biodiversity and Ecosystem Services. The 11th session of this took place in 10 to 16 December at Windhoek in Namibia. The second, the COP 16 of the Convention of Biological Diversity was held in Cali, Colombia. Then we have the 20 years of Rotterdam Convention that was celebrated in February 2024, 20 years of Stockholm Convention in May 2024. We had the the conference, we had the Basel, Rotterdam and Conventions and the Stockholm Conventions as well being celebrated. Apart from that, we have the 14th meeting of the Open-Ended Working Group of Basel Convention taking place in June 2024. The 12th meeting of the Persistent Organic Pollutants Review Committee under the Stockholm Convention held in Rome, Italy from 23rd September in 2024. We had the Summit of the Future being held in 23rd and 24th September at New York in United States of America. We had the United Nations Civil Society Conference in Nairobi, Kenya in 24th May 2024 with the central theme of Summit of the Future. 14 regional forums on sustainable development met in March, Geneva, and we had the Science Policy Panel contributing to ground management of chemical waste, that is the We had the Chemical and Waste Pollution Prevention Science Policy Meeting panel taking place in Geneva in June. Apart from that, we also had the 5th session of the intergovernmental negotiations in Busan, that is the Republic of Korea. And after that, we also had the plastic pollution meeting held in a treaty for plastic pollution was being discussed in South Korea. We also had the United Nations Environmental Assembly 6th session being held in March at the UNEP headquarters in Nairobi, Kenya. So these were some of the meetings that were held in 2024 with regard to your most important environmental conventions. The next most important and the last topic for the day is now a country launching an air bridge now to Syria. This is Saudi Arabia. An air bridge was launched by Saudi Arabia to provide essential services to Syria under the efforts, a new bridge between the international airport of Saudi Arabia to Damascus. This air bridge was to hand over food, shelter and medical supplies along with relief team for difficult conditions being faced by Syria in Damascus. So this is a country that started an air bridge, and let me tell you that Saudi Arabia has played a persistent role in helping Syria since the crisis began in 2011 and played a very significant role in international humanitarian efforts as well. So these were some of the topics I thought it's very important for me to track for you for January 1st with regard to the UPSC upcoming examination. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe, and don't forget to comment at the end of the video. I shall be continuing with November and December as well, and continue with January also. Until then, it's very happy learning.